Well, we're getting ready to start here in a very short order. We'll try to get started right on time at 10 o'clock. So here in a minute or two, we'll be bringing in our first pen. We'll be starting today with our pen of 3 spring heifer calves from the Shorthorn Plus. I made a mistake. We do not have any Shorthorn Pluses, so our first pen of 3 spring heifer calves we'll be having today will be purebred Shorthorns. Will be our first pen of 3 that we start with. Okay, well, let's get underway here. Our first pen of 3 spring heifer calves and our Shorthorn purebred Shorthorns come to you from Kaiser in Nebraska. Our first heifer that's going to be in the ring is tattoo number, is 043. She was born on 3/25 of 24. She has a weight of 715 pounds and a WDA of 2.41. If he's got a question. Kaiser Cattle Company come to you from Gothenburg, Nebraska. It's owned by Joe and Heath Kaiser. Heath bought his first Shorthorn in 2012 after convincing his dad that he needed some color to add to their herd. That was the start, and over the last 13 years, they have come to thoroughly enjoy the people and the cattle within our breed. They host an online steer and heifer sale in October. They sell bulls privately and consign heifers to the Nebraska Cattlemen's Classic. Docility and functionality come first in their operation, and they take a lot of pride in selling calves that can offer a great experience for young people who have a passion for this industry. Your second heifer in the ring is 785, born on 3/17 of 24. She weighed 685 pounds with a WDA of 2.25. Again, this is the Kaiser Cattle Company pen of 3 Shorthorn heifers. Your second heifer is in the ring. Today we are proud to evaluate our pen cattle, Mr. Jake Scott from Gordon, Nebraska. He works with his wife Cammie, daughters Peyton and Harper on their family ranching operation at Krebs Ranch. He's a graduate of Connors State College, Oklahoma State University, where he also judged on the judging team at both schools. And he says he's really happy to be here. We look forward to having you here, Jake. Let's give Jake a nice round of applause for being here and agreeing to evaluate our cattle today. Our third heifer in the ring will be KC Epic Lola 908. She was born on April the 4th of 24. She weighed 720 pounds with a 2.51 WDA. You can see the pen average here of a birth date of 325 and an average weight of 707 with a 2.39 for the average of the 3 heifers. All the pen cattle were weighed in and checked in here earlier this week, and they were scanned for their ultrasound data was taken at the same time. Again, this is the Kaiser family cattle company from Nebraska. They host an online steer and heifer sale in October of each year, and they sell their bulls privately, consign heifers to the Nebraska Cattlemen's Classic. You can stop by and visit with them in their pen back here in the yards. When the show's over, they'll be more than glad to visit with you. They do believe in docility, functionality. They come first, and they take pride in selling calves that can offer a great experience to the young people that have a passion in this industry. This is a pen of 3 Shorthorn heifers, spring heifer calves from the Kaiser family cattle company in Gothenburg, Nebraska. Our next pen in this class of spring heifer calves will come to us from Bar N Cattle Company in Bellevue, Minnesota. First heifer in the ring is Bar N 693E Breathless 25M ET. She was born on April the 5th of 24. She weighed 805 pounds with a 2.81 WDA. You will notice the cattle are coming in it may be a different order than what you have in your program, but I'm giving you the order that the cattle are coming in. So this is 25M as your first heifer in the ring from the Bar N Cattle Company in Bellevue, Minnesota. The owners are Cody, Mel, Amelia, Coy, and Jace Nelson. Cody's dad, Alan Nelson, started the family Shorthorn operation in 1965. Which puts us at over 60 years in the business. Your second heifer that's coming in the ring from the Bar N Cattle Company is 24M. Bar N 1955 Weston Mary 24M ET. Born on March the 28th of 24, weighs 700 pounds with a 2.38 WDA. The Bar N Cattle Company market the majority of their bulls and females through the Durham Nation sale in Catherine, North Dakota, the first Saturday of November each year. They also market through other consignment sales throughout the year as well as private treaty sales. This pen of heifers will be offered this evening in the Summit sale as lots 101 A, B, and C, and lot 12, along with the lot 2 bull that they will have later. So, again, we'll be back here in the sale arena tonight for the Summit sale, and there'll be opportunity to buy these 3 heifers. Your second heifer in the ring is the 24M Bar N Cattle Company heifer from Bellevue, Minnesota. They'll be bringing in their third heifer of their pen of 3, will be 15M, Bar N, 826F, Sylvia, 15M. She was born on February the 15th of 24, has a weight of 805 pounds with a 2.40 WDA. This will conclude their pen of 3 heifers, as this is the third heifer in the pen. Again, from the Bar N Cattle Company in Bellevue, Minnesota. They always sell their bulls through the Durham Nation sale in Catherine, North Dakota on the first Saturday in November, and they market a number of other cattle through consignment sales in their area throughout the year. And they're always there for visitors and private treaty sales. Tonight, you'll have an opportunity to purchase these heifers as they're consigned to the Summit sale here in Denver tonight at 5:30 when we will have our Summit sale. pen of 3 heifers from Bar N Cattle Company in Bellevue, Minnesota. They will be selling tonight in the summit sale. So this will conclude this class and division, and we'll find out from our judge as they compare the 2 pens for the Spring Heifer Calf Division champion. The pen of 3 heifers on your left come to us from Kaiser family, Heath Kaiser in Nebraska. And your pen on your right come to us from Bar N Cattle Company in Bellevue, Minnesota. And those heifers from Bar N will be selling in our summit sale this evening.
Well, first and foremost, let me say good morning to everybody and welcome you here to your heifer and bull pen show at the National Western Stock Show. Good to see that we've got a good crowd started this morning, and let me say that I'm very, very honored to be here and to work with you on your cattle today. Boy, this starts off, I think, with a challenging division here in your Shorthorn heifer show and pen groups, and this is why. The first entry that came in, the predominantly red heifers there, are a set of heifers that I admire a great deal in terms of their uniformity and consistency, not only in their size, but also in their kind. That's a real evenly matched pen of heifers. Very, very cookie cutter in terms of their frame and in terms of their length. And between the 2 pens, just in terms of visual appraisal, they're the most impressive to me from a muscle standpoint. These are big-topped, big-hipped, wide-made kind of cattle that are really, really shaped well, and that they've got a lot of shape up high in their rib cage, got a big loin sitting on top of that rib cage, and it's not surprising that you get back into their hip and they're really thick and muscular and they're wide-based when they go away from you. A lot of cattle that are built that powerfully don't have as attractive of a skull or as good a set of shoulders, but that's not the case with these heifers. They're very good in their shoulder, still ladylike, feminine, and attractive up there in their skull shape. And then you look at them on paper, and this is an impressive set of heifers in terms of their data. I think they're very well balanced in terms of their calving ease, their birth weight. They're very good and substantially above your breed average in terms of growth. And then as you scan across the data set to BMI and CPI, they're a very good set of heifers there as well. So that's a very intriguing group for me. The heifers over to my right that have a little more color to them are an awfully fancy set of heifers. They're the set that to me are probably most striking from an eye appeal and a balance standpoint. I think these heifers have a lot of quality about their look. They're designed well up through their neck and shoulder. And between the two groups, to me, they're the more massive set of heifers, especially when you look at their body volume. I like the depth of side in those females. I like the bone work in those females. And especially in this set that we're looking at here between the two, I like the structure of those females. When they come out here, they travel with a lot of flexibility and athleticism. And I think that's something that I really, really appreciate about them. Now we turn to the data and you analyze that. And again, the heifers are very, very good across the board, well balanced in terms of their spread from birth to growth all the way through their yearling. The heifers aren't quite as good perhaps in terms of their marbling, but still measure up nicely in terms of their BMI and their CPI. And so I think it gets very, very difficult. What the cool thing about this is, if I understood Monty correctly, is these breeders are going to offer you folks an opportunity to really decide tonight which set is the best fit for your guys' program, and what a great opportunity that is. So I compliment the breeders for letting go of a set of heifers like this. But for me, the set that I prefer today are these folks right here. They'll be your champion pen, of course, followed by the red set for reserve. Congratulations, guys.
So our Spring Heifer Calf Division champion goes to Bar End Cattle Company of Bellevue, Minnesota. And our reserve division champion goes to Heath Kaiser in Gothenburg, Nebraska. And the Kaiser heifers will be selling tonight in the summit sale as well. So you've got an opportunity at both sets of these heifers tonight. We're starting our pen of 3 junior heifer calves with the first set of heifers from Pearl Valley Shorthorns in Valley City, North Dakota. The first heifer in the ring will be M12 PVSS Mina Star 12M, born on February the 7th of 24, weighs 760 pounds with a 2.21 WDA. The Pearl Valley Shorthorns are owned by Sean, wife Kimberly, and 2 children, Josh and Kat. They're located in the Cheyenne River Valley, north of Valley City in North Dakota. Pearl Valley Shorthorns has been raising cattle since the 70s, importing some of the first Simmentals in the United States from Canada. They purchased their first Shorthorns from Jungles Shorthorn Farm more than a decade ago. The majority of the cow herd is now registered purebred Shorthorns. Females are offered annually in the Durham National Sale in Catherine, North Dakota, as well as pick of the pen at the Summit National Shorthorn Sale tonight. For a number of years, this single pick of the Hereford pen will be offered on tonight right here. A handful of show heifers are also offered private treaty off the ranch. Your second heifer in the pen from Pearl Valley is M67 PVSS Jenny 67M, born on February the 27th of 24, weight 800 pounds, WDA 2.47. Again, these heifers will be offered this evening in the sale. This is the pen of 3 heifers from Pearl Valley Shorthorns, owned by Sean, Kimberly, and Josh and Kat from Valley City, North Dakota. They'll have females offered in the Durham Nation Sale in Catherine, North Dakota, as well as the pick of this pen tonight in the Summit National Shorthorn Sale. A third heifer in the pen for Pearl Valley is M123, PVSS Adelaide 123M ET. Born on March the 6th of 2024, weight 820 pounds with a 2.59 WDA. The pen has an average age of 223.24 and an average weight of 793 with an average WDA of 2.42. Again, these heifers will be offered pick tonight in the Summit Sale. Purebred Shorthorns bulls are used on registered Simmental cows to produce a moderate maternal and docile cattle there at Pearl Valley. Pearl Valley registered Shorthorn herd continues to increase, now producing purebred and Shorthorn Plus bulls and females. The pen of 3 junior heifer calves from Pearl Valley Shorthorns in Valley City, North Dakota. Selling pick tonight in the Summit Sale at 5:30. Our next pen in the ring will be a pen of 3 junior heifer calves from the Beach family Shorthorns in Nebraska. First heifer in the ring from the Beach family Shorthorns is B. Bowes Knighted Reward 115M, born on February the 22nd of 24, weighing 1,025 with a 3.12 WDA. The Beach family comes from Palmyra, Nebraska. Their herdsman is Darren Beach. The owners are Ryan and Ashley and Carrie Beach. They established their farm in the Shorthorn business in 1991. They contribute to the annual Horns in the Heartland sale, offering the best of their Shorthorn and Shorthorn influenced cattle, as well as offering genetics through the year and where the future generations make a difference sale in Louisville, Kentucky. And the Summit sale here in Denver again tonight. So we've got a lot of these females that are going to be, these top end females are going to be available for you to look at tonight and make purchases on and take home. The second animal in the ring, the second female in the ring for the Beach family is 114M. B. Bowes Knighted Reward 114M ET. She was born on March the 2nd of 2024, weighs 950 pounds with a 2.97 WDA. Again, these cattle are going to be part of the summit sale this evening. This pen of 3 from the Beach family. And they also sell in the Horns of the Heartland sale each year, and also in Generations Make a Difference in Louisville, Kentucky. This is the Beach family, owned by Ryan, Ashley, and Carrie Beach, with their herdsman, Darren Beach. We also have our national Shorthorn Lassie Queen with us, Brianna DeRee. She's down here at the other end giving out the awards, waving her hand. Let's give her a great round of applause. She was just crowned last week in OKC at Cattlemen's Congress. She comes from a 6th-generation farm in northeast South Dakota. She is currently a senior at South Dakota State University studying elementary education. We're proud to have her part of our group here today, helping us put on this pen show for the Shorthorn breed. Your third heifer in the ring from the Beach family is 201M, B Simply Perfect, 201MET. Born on February the 1st of 2024, weighs 810 pounds with a 2.31 WDA. The Beach family comes to us from Palmyra, Nebraska, owned by Ryan, Ashley, and Carrie Beach. A herdsman is Darren Beach. As our judge will bring back all 3 heifers to evaluate as a group. The Beach family heifers have an average birth date of 2/18/24, an average weight of 928 pounds with an average 2.80 WDA. So these heifers will be part of the summit sale. Like I think most every pen we've seen of the heifers division so far, you'll have an opportunity to look at and make selections from. Okay, the judges evaluated the Beach family pen of 3, and now we'll bring back in the 2 pens from the junior heifer calf class and division for our judge to make a final selection for the division champion, junior heifer division champion, and reserve division champion. You can bring them right back around.
Well, as our second pen of heifers pull themselves into position, I think this is a super fun pair to evaluate. The folks over here to my left, to your left in the stands, brought out an extremely eye-appealing set of heifers, in my opinion. A very beautifully presented, well-shown, well-fit set of heifers that are just pretty striking in terms of their eye appeal. Those heifers have a pattern and a look and a design of quality to them, in my opinion. I like the body, I like the shape, I like the mass and the density and the substance that those heifers have, not only in their width and in their muscle, but also the bone. And as I said, they wear it very well from an eye appeal standpoint, but also handle it very well from a structure standpoint. I think for the most part in that pen, as you watch those heifers move around the ring, they do it comfortably and attractively. Compliment those folks a little bit farther on offering a pick out of that pen of heifers. If the shoe was on the other foot, you might say, and I was in their shoes, I think it would be pretty hard for me to let go of a pick out of that particular set of heifers. I think that could be a pretty intriguing opportunity for someone. The heifers that are set up now to my right, a big growthy set of heifers. If you want some cattle that got a little extra gas in the tank in terms of their performance and their growth, I think that's a set of heifers that are designed to do it. This is the largest framed set of heifers that we've seen today, and an extremely long-sided set of heifers. These heifers go all the way from the front door to the back door, in my opinion, in terms of their stretch, their length, and their extension. It's also a very good boned set of heifers. And again, in terms of cattle that have some true growth, some true performance, I think some room in terms of their frame to keep going and keep developing, those heifers sure have it. And in a business that we're in now where these larger framed cattle are in demand in terms of especially the feeding side of it, that's a set of genetics right there that are very impressive just in terms of their skeleton. And I think their ability to gain and convert and make some money in a feeding situation. And I admire those heifers a lot from that standpoint. I think as we compare them and talk about a division champion, though, it's hard for me to walk past the set of roan heifers over here on the left. I think there's just so much quality and good in there. I like the pattern. I like the maternal look that those heifers have. Today, these folks are going to be your division champion. Congratulate you folks as reserve. Please give them a round of applause. Nice job.
Your champion pen of junior heifer calves goes to Pearl Valley Shorthorns of Valley City, North Dakota. And your reserve champion pen of junior heifer calves goes to Beach Family Shorthorns of Palmyra, Nebraska. Now we will bring back our champion spring heifer calves, pen of 3, and compete for our grand champion pen of 3 heifers. So our champion pen of spring heifer calves will come to us from Bar End Cattle Company in Bellevue, Minnesota. And our champion pen of 3 junior heifer calves comes to us from Pearl Valley Shorthorns in Valley City, North Dakota. These 2 pens are going to be part of our summit sale tonight here in the sale arena just behind us. Our spring heifer calves have an average birth date of 3/16/24 with an average weight of 770 and a 2.53 WDA. And our champion junior heifer calves have an average birth date of 2/23/24, weighing 793 with a WDA of 242. Again, our coming to you from the Bar End Cattle Company with our spring heifer calves, and Pearl Valley Shorthorns with our junior heifer calves.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, those of you gathered up around the ring here, first and foremost, let's give these folks a nice round of applause. Good show this morning. Nice set of heifers among all four groups, but these two champion pens, they fit together nicely. I think those are the two that sure make a lot of sense to be out here in contention for our champion pen this morning. And as we think back to those, the folks that had that young pen, boy, they sure brought us a consistent set of heifers. And in the yard show and in the pen show, and we do quite a little bit of this stuff too at our operation, that consistency and that uniformity, I think, gets you a long way, not only here, but also in the real world. You know, you think about a set of calves out of these genetics and the importance of the consistency and uniformity of a set of calves over a large group, across a ranch, across a calf crop, and you think about the value that adds from a buyer's perspective to the cattle that you're selling, you relate that back to the importance of the consistency and uniformity here at this pen show. And that, boy, there's a set of genetics that I think out of everything I think about those heifers, that's what really jumps out at me. That's a super, super consistent, evenly matched set of heifers. I like the way that they read on paper. They're a little younger set of heifers, and you know that's fine. I still think they've got enough to them and everything, but really, really evenly matched and super, super uniform. Then we come to this set of heifers that we just made division champions. Again, I think ultra high quality. I thought this was a pretty maternally made set. I liked the volume, I liked the mass, I liked the rib and the thickness that these cattle had in them. Talked a lot about their structure, and I thought that was pretty good. The athleticism, especially in that division, was really a standout. And I know a lot of these cattle are going to be offered to you in your sale later on. But I think these folks, I remember having a pick. I think there's an outstanding individual in there, and I don't have a dog in the hunt. But, boy, that just kind of piqued my attention when they said that there's going to be a pick on that deal, because there's a heifer in there that I think's awfully, awfully, awfully good. And I'll just admit, I don't think there's quite the uniformity in type and kind across those three heifers. But I think when you total up and add up just the total quality in that pen of heifers right there, I'm going to go ahead and give them the nod today, and they're going to be your champions. Congratulations.
Your champion pen of 3 heifers goes to Pearl Valley Shorthorns of Valley City, North Dakota. Now we'll bring in the reserve pen of junior heifer calves from the Beach Family Shorthorns to compete for our reserve champion pen of 3 heifers.
You bet. Here comes that big growthy set of heifers. We talked so much about the frame, the performance, the bone, the extreme amount of length and stretch that those cattle have in them. And I certainly admire that about those cattle as they come in to contention for reserve now. But I think the set that not only combines the next most quality, but all that consistency we talked about are the young heifers. Today they're reserve. Congratulations. You bet.
Your reserve champion pen of 3 heifers goes to Bar End Cattle Company from Bellevue, Minnesota. Congratulations to our winners. We'll take a short picture break before we go into our pen of 5 spring bull calves. Yeah, good. You need to get in the picture. Okay, we're ready to start our pen of 5 spring bull calves. Our first pen in the ring will come from Jungle Shorthorn Farm in Catherine, North Dakota. Our first bull in the ring comes to us from Jungle Shorthorn Farm in Catherine, North Dakota. He is 131M, JSF Jed 131M, born on March the 7th of 24, weighs 960 pounds with a 3.05 WDA. Jungle Shorthorn Farm was started in 1953 with a purchase of a registered shorthorn heifer, and over the years the herd was maintained by Dennis Jungles, Derek's dad, and Leroy Jungles, his uncle. It was running away in this way for 50 years, with Dennis building the purebred herd and Leroy making a set of commercial cows, always with a shorthorn base. Our second bull in the ring from the Jungle's pen of 5 is 195M. JSF Lennon 195M ET, born on March the 19th of 24, weighing 875 pounds with a 2.89 WDA. In 2000, Derek graduated from college and made a concerted effort to improve the purebred herd. Select females were added from various herds throughout the West, as well as the best commercially oriented bulls and the breed had to offer. 7 years later, Jungle Shorthorn Farm exhibited their first pen of shorthorn bulls at the National Western, bidding them off the post-show here in the yards. And it was a huge success. For nearly a decade, Durham's in Denver became a fixture at the National Western Yards. There were as many as 50 bulls were exhibited and bid off during this weekend. Our third bull in the ring of the pen of 5 is 207M. JSF McCartney 207M ET, born March the 21st of 24, weighing 935 pounds with a 3.11 WDA. The Jungle Shorthorn in 2014, the bull sale was moved to the ranch there at Catherine, North Dakota, in Catherine, North Dakota, where it has been held since and has grown to over 100 bulls, all of which are genomically tested, PAP tested, guaranteed. JSF prides itself on being the source of shorthorn genetics for breeders, bull studs, and the best commercial cattlemen. Today, JSF runs approximately 400 head of shorthorn and shorthorn plus cows, with a heavy emphasis on convenience traits. JSF bulls are utilized by way of AI throughout the world, with walking sires in nearly every state in the lower 48 and all Canadian provinces. Fourth bull in the ring for the pen of 5 for Jungle's family shorthorn is JSF Journey 2201M, born March the 20th of 24, weighing 910 pounds with a WDA of 3.01. Jungle Shorthorn Farm is owned by Derek and Brock Jungles, a herdsman of Preston Cargo, and assisted by Haley Anderson and Cody Helland. They're located in Catherine, North Dakota. They've been in business for 71 years. JSF holds 2 sales annually. The Durham Nation's annual female sale is held the first Saturday in November each year, and is the largest female sale in the world, featuring bred heifers, heifer calves, genetic lots, and a few aged average advantaged bulls. Their annual bull sale is Durham's in Dakota, is the largest Shorthorn and Shorthorn influenced bull sale in the world, held annually the last Saturday night in January, and it has become a highlight annually for the Shorthorn breed and nationally around the world. I think I'm right, Derek, when I say all these bulls will be in that sale. So all these bulls will be in that sale in Catherine, North Dakota here at the end of January. Our 5th bull in the ring for Jungle Shorthorn Farm is 244M, JSF Teton 244M ET, born March the 30th of 24, weighing 950 pounds with a WDA of 3.25. This is the 5th bull from the Jungle Shorthorn pen of 5. All these bulls will be part of their sale at the end of January. All the bulls they exhibit here will be part of that sale at the end of January at the farm in Catherine, North Dakota. They'll be selling over 100 bulls in that sale. As we bring back all 5 bulls for the judge to evaluate and see as a group, the average birth date of these 5 bulls is March the 19th of 24, with an average weight of 926 pounds and an average WDA of 3.06. This is a pen of March bulls. Spring bull calves, pen of 5 from Jungle Shorthorn Farm in Catherine, North Dakota. These bulls will be able to be purchased at their sale at the end of January. So as we get, this is the first group of bulls in our spring bull calves from Jungle Shorthorn Farm in Catherine, North Dakota. These bulls will be available for sale and purchase in the last Saturday in January in Catherine, North Dakota at the Jungle's Farm Bull Sale, annual bull sale. Our next pen coming in the ring will also come from Jungles, a pen of 5 bulls coming from Jungle Shorthorn Farm in Catherine, North Dakota. First bull from this group is 150M. JSF War Chest 150M. Born March the 11th of 24. Weighs 1,005 pounds with a WDA of 3.23. The Jungle Shorthorn Farm is owned by Derek and Brock Jungles. The herdsman is Preston Cargo, assisted by Haley Anderson and Cody Helland. They've been in business for 71 years. They run a big cow herd up there, and they run them like commercial cows. Our second bull in the ring from Jungle Shorthorn Farm second group is 252M. JSF Red Wolf, 252M. Born April 1st of 2024. Weight of 990 pounds with a WDA of 3.41. The third bull in the ring in the Jungle's second group is 80M, JSF Mercury, 80M, born 229 of 24. Weight 1,060 pounds, WDA of 3.29. Again, this is from the Jungle Shorthorn Farm in Catherine, North Dakota. And these bulls are going to be available for purchase at the Jungle Shorthorn sale the last weekend of January. Durham's in the Dakotas is what this sale is called. It's become one of the spectacular sales of the breed each year. They'll sell over 100 bulls. They also have a female sale the first Saturday of November each year. A large number of females walk through that ring. Our fourth bull in the ring, 44M, JSF Masterclass, 44M. Born February 22nd of 2024, weighs 1,050 pounds with a 3.19 WDA. Again, this is the second group of bulls from the Spring Bull Calf class and division from Jungle Shorthorn Farm in Catherine, North Dakota. All of these bulls will be available in Durham's in the Dakotas on the last Saturday in January. It's a Saturday night sale, and they'll be selling 100 bulls, I believe. This is your fifth and final bull of this group, 137M, JSF Mutiny 137M. Born on March the 9th of 2024, weighs 1,050 with a 3.35 WDA. These bulls are from Jungle Shorthorn Farm, Catherine, North Dakota, owned by Derek and Brock Jungles. Herdsman is Preston Cargo, assisted by Haley Anderson and Cody Helland. They've been in business for 71 years. They run about 400 cows up there. They run them like commercial cattle. They take a lot of pride in being a source of Shorthorn genetics for all the breeders and bull studs and the best commercial cattlemen. This is their pen of 5, the second group, pen of 5, Jungle Shorthorn Farm from Catherine, North Dakota. These 5 bulls have an average birth date of 3/9/24, an average weight of 1,031, and an average WDA of 3.30. Pen of 5 Shorthorn bulls from Jungle Shorthorn Farm in Catherine, North Dakota. We'll now give them an opportunity to get the cattle on halter and bring back our 2 pens from this class and division to select a spring bull calf champion pen of 5 bulls. The first pen of 5 bulls that Jungles brought to us will be on your left, and the second pen of 5 bulls that Jungles is bringing to us will be on your right. We have our national Lassie Queen, Brianna DeRee, there with the awards to present to the champion pen of 5 spring bull calves. This will be a good contest here for Jake Scott, our judge today, who works with his wife Cammie and their daughters, Peyton and Harper, on the family ranch at Krebs operation in Gordon, Nebraska. We have our 2 class winners from the pen of 5 spring bull calves to select our grand champion pen of 5 spring bull calves. Both pens are from the Jungle Shorthorn Farm in Catherine, North Dakota. All these bulls will sell at Durham's in Dakota on the last Saturday in January in Catherine.
Well, I think the reason that breeders come out here is to give spectators an opportunity to really get a good cross-section of what their program is about. And I think you folks that are here in attendance as spectators certainly get a good evaluation of that in this set of bulls. If I understand right, both bulls come from the same firm, but boy, what two outstanding pens of 5 that we've got to choose from here. And I don't mean it to sound cheesy when I say it, but you really could justify using either sets of these bulls. They're really, really good. The bulls on my left here and on your left, a little younger, but for me also maybe a little more moderate in their kind. Real stocky set of bulls that are real meaty and real beefy in their design. There's width all the way through those bulls with good shape and good muscle. They're a real good bodied set of bulls. Both sets presented extremely well. Get out here and move around with some athleticism and some correctness of structure. Testicles, I think, relative to the age of these bulls is good, as you see there with your measurements. So that's a real impressive set, especially for those of you more drawn to maybe a more medium-statured set of bulls. Then the bulls to my right here in front of me, a little older set of bulls, but the high WDA set of bulls. And I think they look that way and match up to their paperwork when you study them visually. To me, they're a little taller fronted set of bulls. I think there's an extra rib of length in there. And what I like about it is that those bulls don't compromise any of the body or the soundness or the muscle that you see on those bulls that stand just to the left of them there. Also, when you study these bulls from a data standpoint, read really, really good. And for me, I think they're the best in terms of the things that I'm looking at in terms of data. I'm more drawn to the performance-driven cattle. I'm more drawn to these that have that extra stretch. And I think there's some pretty special individuals in this pen. Congratulations. This set right here will win the division.
Your champion pen of 5 Spring Bull calves goes to Jungle Shorthorn Farm in Catherine, North Dakota. They would have been the second group of bulls brought out. Your reserve champion pen of 5 goes to Jungle Shorthorn Farm of Catherine, North Dakota, which was the first set of bulls that come out. Congratulations to Jungle Shorthorn Farm. Now we'll go into our junior bull calves, pen of 5 junior bull calves, shorthorn, purebred shorthorn bulls. Our first pen in the ring will come from Paint Valley Farms in Millersburg, Ohio. Our first bull in the ring is 3M, PVF, Full Swag, 3M, ET. Born on January the 20th of 2024, weight 1,025 with a WDA of 2.83. Paint Valley Farms was established in 2004, located in Millersburg, Ohio. It is owned by Lee and Dawn Miller along with their family. With a commitment to consistently produce, their herd includes 200 shorthorn cows. Paint Valley, along with Byland Farms and Beckler Shorthorns, hosts 2 annual production sales. The most recent, the maternal event held in December, where they held a record-breaking sale, selling 100 shorthorn females. Looking ahead to their annual bull sale, which will be held right there in the valley of Millersburg on April the 5th of this coming year. This event will feature 75 performance-tested shorthorn bulls, showcasing some of the leading genetics in the shorthorn breed. And I believe these bulls that you're seeing here that are in this pen of 5 will all be part of that sale on April the 5th in Millersburg, Ohio. The Paint Valley Farms Shorthorn's second bull in the ring is 33M. born February the 5th, weighing 1,065 with a 3.08 WDA. The Paint Valley Farms in Millersburg, Ohio host 2 sales annually. Their female sale, maternal event in December, and then their bull sale where they'll be selling 75 performance-tested Shorthorn bulls on April the 5th. Third bull in the ring from the Paint Valley Farms is 101M. PVF Iconic 101M. Born March the 3rd, 24, weighing 1,140 pounds with a 3.57 WDA. This is the pen of 5 junior bull calves from Paint Valley Farms in Millersburg, Ohio. The fourth bull in the ring of the 5 is 51M, PVF, Parksway 51M. Born 2/11 of 24. Weighs 1,105 pounds with a 3.25 WDA. The Paint Valley Farms has over 200 Shorthorn cows. They sell 100 Shorthorn females this last December with a record-breaking average for them. And the bull sale is on April the 5th of this coming year, 2025, and they'll be featuring 75 performance-tested Shorthorn bulls from the Paint Valley herd, the Byland Farms herd, and Beckler's Shorthorns. The fifth bull in the ring for Paint Valley Shorthorns at Millersburg, Ohio is 41M, PVF, Mainstay, 41M. Born 2/27 of 24, weighing 1,070 with a WDA of 3.11. Paint Valley Farms is owned by Lee Miller and Dawn Miller and their family, and they're committed to breeding consistency and performance in their herd of over 200 cows. These bulls will be available and be part of that sale on April the 5th. Then we come back for the grand. As we bring back the 5 bulls from the Paint Valley Farms in Millersburg, Ohio, junior bull calves. Their average age is February the 8th of 24. They average 1,081 pounds with a 3.17 WDA. We got the pen of 5 junior bull calves from Paint Valley Farms in Millersburg, Ohio. These bulls will all sell on their April 5th in their sale there with Byland and Beckett. Okay, the pen of 5 junior bull calves from Paint Valley Farms at Millersburg, Ohio. Our next pen of 5 has been scratched, so this would be your champion pen of 5 junior bull calves. So we will get ready to come back in with our grand champion pen of 5 bulls with the Jungles Farm champion pen of spring bull calves, followed by the Paint Valley junior bull calf champion pen of 5, and then the Jungles Reserve champion pen of 5 spring bull calves to select our grand champion pen of 5 bulls. I believe we're going to have around 15 bulls back here in the show, in the ring, and I think it's kind of interesting. All 15 bulls will be available for sale at each one of these farms' bull sale this year. So here's your opportunity to go find a bull that's part of one of these pens of bulls right here. The Jungles Farm sale will be that last Saturday in January, and the Paint Valley Farms sale will be on April the 5th. We'll wait for our judge, Jake Scott, to give us his winner here in a little bit, who is part of the Krebs Ranch in Gordon, Nebraska. He works there with his wife, Cammie, daughters Peyton and Harper, as this is a well-known operation throughout the purebred livestock industry. Jake also is a graduate of Connors State College, Oklahoma State University, where he judged on both of those judging teams. And he exclamated here that he was really happy to be here and was pleased to be able to ask to do this and evaluate these cattle for us. So the pen on your far left will be the Jungle Shorthorn pen, champion pen of spring bull calves. The pen in the middle, the pen of 5 bulls in the middle, will be your champion pen of 5 junior bull calves. And the champion pen of 5, or the pen of 5 here on your right, will be your reserve champion pen of 5 spring bull calves.
Well, just an outstanding ring full of bulls right here. And you know, the fun thing about breeding cattle is that there's no one right answer. There's no one right bull for everyone's needs. And so thank goodness there are breeders that take different approach and a different angle to breeding and producing different types and kinds of cattle so that we all have something to turn to when we need it. And I think that's kind of how this set of bulls hits me. I like all three of these pins of bulls real well, but for different reasons. And this first division of champion bulls here in front of me now, I call them a set of beef bulls. When you think about them from a power standpoint, the amount of body that they have, the top shape, the thickness, the muscularity, the width, and the shape that they have, they're kind of stickouts in this group for me in that regard. And what I think is even more impressive is when you put the kind of data with them that these folks have bred into them, and bulls that still maintain the functionally important parts of the breeding business, and that's the testicle size, the foot quality, the structure, and the bone work. I think that ends up being a real competitive pen of 5 bulls in this lineup. The pen that we haven't got to discuss yet ended up being a single entry in that last division, is a pretty awesome set of bulls. And you can certainly see as you look across the 5 bulls here, the type and the kind that these people like to breed. These are a taller fronted, longer sided type of bull. Extremely long hipped cattle in this pen of 5. These bulls also are good structured and good boned. These bulls measure up pretty well in terms of testicle, but I like the cleanliness, I like the design, and I like the eye appeal of these bulls. Again, as they come across the ring and you study them more from a side view, you have to be impressed with the length and the extension and the stretch that are bred and found in these bulls so consistently across the board. And then, of course, we have the bulls that were reserved here at the far end. You guys ultimately at these folks' respective bull sales get to choose which is the next right piece for you in your breeding programs. But as far as the competition goes today, I think in terms of all positive traits combined, coupled with what's in my opinion the most uniformity, I'm going to give the nod to the young pen down here, and they'll be your champion pen of 5. Congratulations, guys.
Your champion pen of 5 bulls goes to Jungle Shorthorn Farm from the champion pen of 5 Spring Bull Calves.
That reserve set is just awesome in terms of uniformity. I like the consistency of type and kind that you see across all 5 of those bulls. But I think there's some pretty spectacular individuals right here in this next division champion set. Today you guys will be reserved. Congratulations.
Your reserve champion pen of 5 bulls goes to Paint Valley Farms in Millersburg, Ohio. Congratulations, gentlemen. We'll take a short picture break, and then we'll go into our pen of 3 Shorthorn bulls. All we got is the pen of 3 left, right? Bulls for 10 pens. Well, we're ready to get started with our pen of 3 bulls, with our pen of 3 spring bull calves. We're going to have a really good pen show here, a pen of 3 bulls. We got 10 pens total that we're going to be evaluating here. So our first group of bulls to come to us from Peakview Ranch in Fowler, Colorado. The first bull in their pen of 3 is 5461 Peakview Nitro 5461 ET, born May 20th of 24, weighing 815 pounds with a 3.38 WDA. Peakview Ranch is owned by Rick and Trish Leone. They're located in Fowler, Colorado. They've been in business for 38 years. They have an annual production sale in early April, and this year in April the 8th they'll be selling 20 Shorthorn composite and Red Angus bulls. Junior heifers eligible for the Colorado State Fair fraternity as well. Peakview is unique as it is a seed stock operation managed as a commercial operation in the western United States. The cows receive only protein and mineral and no hay or concentrate year-round. They are produced here as a commercial type operation 100%. They have produced state and national champions, including the 2024 OYE champion. Their mature cow herd reflects decades of selection for low maintenance, docility, profitability, and maternal excellence. The second bull in the ring from the Peakview Ranch pen of 3 is 53-224. Peakview Dictator 53224, born April 1 of 24, weight 835 pounds, WDA 2.88. The bulls in the spring program production sale for Peakview are no-nonsense type bulls. They come from a hardy cow herd. Backing them, you are invited to the ranch on April 5th for the sale and an open house and an educational symposium. The Peakview Ranch is located again in Fowler, Colorado, and they will be having their bull sale on April the 5th this year. The third bull of their pen of 3 is 48024. Peakview Acceleration 48024. Born March 20 of 24, weighing 830 pounds with a 2.75 WDA. Peakview Ranch has been in business for 38 years and owned by Rick and Trish Leone at Fowler, Colorado. Their annual production sale is in early April, which is April 8th, I think it is this year instead of the 5th, selling 20 Shorthorn composite and Red Angus bulls. Junior heifers are eligible for the Colorado State Fair fraternity. I know they do a lot of working with the Red Angus and bringing that in as a composite on their Shorthorn Plus bulls. They're an operation that keeps a lot of performance records and believes in it. This is the Peakview Ranch from Rick and Trish Leone at Fowler, Colorado. The pen of 3 bulls from Peakview Ranch, spring bull calves. Average age of 413.24, average weight of 827 pounds, and an average WDA of 3.00. The Peakview Ranch pen of 3 from Fowler, Colorado. Our next pen of 3 to come in on the spring bull calves comes to us from Paint Valley Farms in Millersburg, Ohio. Our first bull in the ring for the Paint Valley Farms is a 122M PVF Forge 122M, born March 13th, weighing 990 pounds with a WDA of 3.20. Paint Valley Farms was established in 2004. It's located in Millersburg, Ohio, and owned by Lee and Dawn Miller along with their family members. With a commitment to consistency and performance data, their herd includes 200 Shorthorn cows. Paint Valley Farms, along with Byland Farms and Beckler Shorthorns, host 2 annual production sales. The most recent was the maternal event held in December, where they held a record-setting sale, selling 100 Shorthorn females. Looking ahead, their annual bull sale will be held in the Valley on April 5th, and these bulls that you're seeing today will be part of that sale. They feature 75 performance-tested Shorthorn bulls, showcasing some of the leading genetics in the Shorthorn breed. Your second bull in the ring for the Paint Valley Farms pen of 3 is 110M PVF Walker 110M, born March the 5th of 24, weighing 1,025 with a 3.23 WDA. Again, these bulls, along with their reserve champion pen of 5, will all be part of that sale on April the 5th in Millersburg, Ohio, with the Byland Farms and Beckler Shorthorns. Their third bull coming in the ring out of their pen of 3 will be 146M PVF Anvil 146M, born March the 28th of 24, weighing 930 pounds with a 3.16 WDA. Paint Valley Farms runs over 100 Shorthorn females. They run over 200 Shorthorn females and had 100 females in their sale this last fall that they host each annually with Byland Farms and Beckler Shorthorns. They'll be having 75 performance-tested Shorthorn bulls in their spring bull sale held on April the 5th, of which these bulls in this pen of 3 will be part of that sale. The pen of 3 Paint Valley Farms spring bull calves have an average date of birth of March the 15th, an average weight of 982 pounds, and an average WDA of 3.20. The Paint Valley Farms in Millersburg, Ohio, Shorthorn pen of 3 spring bull calves. Our next pen of bulls comes to us, pen of 3 bulls, spring bull calves, comes to us from Wise Shorthorns in Bethany, Illinois. The first bull in the ring in the Wise Shorthorns pen of 3 is W408, Wise Landman 408, born March the 10th of 24, weighing 1,030 pounds with a 3.30 WDA. Wise Shorthorns of Bethany, Illinois is a 4th generation grain and livestock farm located on the flat black fertile prairie of central Illinois. The ranch is currently operated by John and Connie along with their 2 sons, Curtis and Wes, and their families. Wise Shorthorns was founded in 1946 by Edgar Wise and his 2 eldest sons, Lyle and Dean. The operation involved to incorporate youngest son John and Lyle's family under the farm name 5W in the late 50s. The second bull in the ring for the Wise Shorthorns is W412, Wise Treaty Oak 412, born March the 30th of 24, weighing in at 865 pounds with a WDA of 2.96. At this time, they moved to its present location of Bethany and Oconee, Illinois, where the farming and ranching operations are separated. The cow herd is maintained 60 miles south of the farming enterprise and left to forage on fescue 10 months of the year. Each January, the cows are moved home for calving and returned to graze 60 and 75 days later with their calves at side. Your third bull into the ring is W405. Wise's Antidote 405. Born 3/7 of 24, weighing 1,080 with a 3.46 WDA. With only 20 brood cows in production, strict calling through the use of genomics and performance data is mandatory. All superior male offering are marketed as bulls, private treaty off the farm each spring. While their steer counterparts are used for a county catch-a-calf program. These steers have been selected for their phenotype uniformity and excellent average daily gain. The superior docility that has led to the decade-long partnership between Wise Shorthorns and the County 4-H organization, along with the main focus of the ranch, is the sale of elite bulls and male offspring. The female side is just have a proven to adapt and thrive in the various climates and environments. Continually, the 4th generation at Wise Shorthorns is strong and no doubt will be developing this great breed of cattle for another 75 years. They're in Bethany, Illinois. The Wise Shorthorns of Bethany, Illinois. They're pen of 3 bulls, averaging of March 14th birth date, a 992-pound weight, and a 3.23 WDA. Wise Shorthorns of Bethany, Illinois. And that is the conclusion of our spring bull calves. So now we will bring back those 3 pens to compete for our spring bull calf champion and spring and reserve spring bull calf champion.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Just came to say hi.
Mm-hmm.
Everything good this morning?
So far.
Did Derek get mad?
I haven't talked to him.
Let me know if you need anything.
Your first pen that will be lined up in the ring will be from Peakview Ranch at Fowler, Colorado. The next pen, which will be your middle pen of 3, will come to you from Paint Valley Farms in Millersburg, Ohio. And the pen on this end or on the right, as you're in the stands, will be from Wise Shorthorns of Bethany, Illinois. Again, your 3 pens of 3 out here competing for your spring bull calf champion. At the other end, on your left, will be the Peakview Ranch from Fowler, Colorado. In the center is Paint Valley Farms of Millersburg, Ohio. And to your right would be Wise Shorthorns of Bethany, Illinois. Let's give these exhibitors a round of applause for bringing us 3 outstanding pens of bulls before our judge, Jake Scott, makes his comments and final decision.
Yeah, and absolutely true, Monty. It is a good set of bulls, and in what has been a pretty competitive show here this morning, this is one of the tougher decisions in my mind to make. And let's just kind of quickly go through these bulls and talk about what we like about each pen of 3. The guys down here with the young pen, boy, they got a really, really muscular set of bulls. For their age, these are long-bodied bulls, but big old tops, big old hips in them. Their lead-off bulls just really radically muscled, big bulging, wide, thick, muscular hip in him, and kind of saw that all the way through on that pen. Really, really a stout-ended, wide-ended set of bulls. A young set of bulls, maybe a little greener out here compared to the competition, but that'll sure come to them with age as they get a little more maturity. Off to a real good start there, especially in terms of muscle. The set of bulls right here in the middle, to me, probably the most functional set of bulls, the most practical set of bulls. A real production-oriented set of bulls that are good in their body, good in their muscle, good in their bone, get around the ring in good shape. Bulls read nice across the board in terms of their EPD set. Good testicles underneath those bulls. You know, they're not as cookie cutter and whistle fronted as maybe the young calves or even a couple in that older pen, but I think they're real even. I think they go together real good. I think they're strong contenders in this division. Then the oldest pen down here, a set of bulls that are really stickouts in terms of their CPI number that we see there. Again, these bulls, in terms of their soundness, their testicles, things like that, measured up good. Bulls weighed good going across the scale. And I just think they're maybe an interesting set just because of some stick-out individuals. I thought that lead-off bull in that pen of 3 especially is an awfully nice March calf. And I think those bulls, as much as anything in here, frame-wise, size-wise, match up real good in terms of their consistency and uniformity. So I really wrestle with this one in my mind. I don't mind admitting that. I think it's a tough decision. And I think in a close call, I'm going to use the old calves on the end, the older calves. They're going to win this division. Congratulations, guys.
Your champion pen of 3 bull calves, spring bull calf division champion, is White Shorthorns from Bethany, Illinois. Your reserve champion pen of 3 bull calves, spring bull calves, goes to Paint Valley Farms of Millersburg, Ohio. Our next pen of 3 bulls would be our junior calf division. And our first pen will come from the Jungle Shorthorn Farm in Catherine, North Dakota. Our first bull in the pen from Jungle Shorthorn Farm is 26M. You may find a different bulls here, so I think we got an alternate bull in this group, so it may not be the same as your program. 26M is JSF Royale 26M. He was born on 2/14/24, weighs 1,000 pounds, with a WDA of 2.97. From the Jungle Shorthorn Farm in Catherine, North Dakota. The Jungle Shorthorn Farm was established in 1953 with the purchase of a Shorthorn heifer. Over the years, they have run through the family Dennis Jungles, Derek's dad, and Leroy Jungles, his uncle. They run about 400 cows today. They're run in a commercial setting. JSF takes a lot of pride in being a source of Shorthorn genetics for breeders, bull studs, and the best commercial cattlemen in the industry. They have 2 sales annually. The Durham Nation and annual female sale held the first Saturday in November is the largest Shorthorn female sale in the world. Their annual bull sale in Durham's in the Dakotas is the largest Shorthorn influence bull sale in the world, which is held the last Saturday of January. Your second bull in the ring for the Jungle Shorthorn Farm is 109M, JSF Cashman 109M, born 3/3/24, weight 1,115 pounds, with a 3.50 WDA. Their sale in Catherine, North Dakota was moved from the National Western here, where they used to sell them in the yards, to Catherine, North Dakota in 2014. And it's been a successful move for them ever since, as they become one of the main bull sales of the year. All these bulls, these 3 bulls, along with all the other bulls that Jungles are bringing to you today, will sell that last Saturday in January. Your third bull in the ring is 124M. JSF Brosnan, 124M, ET, born 3/6 of 24, weighing 1,120 pounds with a 3.54 WDA. As these are your junior bull calves, the first class of junior bull calves, class 6, from the Jungles Farm in Catherine, North Dakota. These 3 bulls come back out for our judge to evaluate, have an average birth date of 2/27/24, and an average weight of 1,078, and an average WDA of 3.34. The Jungles operation is owned by Derek and Brock Jungles, with herdsman Preston Cargo, assisted by Haley Anderson and Cody Helen. They've been in business for 71 years. As I've said before, they hold the 2 sales annually, the Durham Nation's annual female sale the first Saturday in November, and Durham's in the Dakotas, which is the last Saturday in January, and these bulls will be part of that sale. Our next pen of bulls will come to us from Walkaroo Farms in Rensselaer, Indiana. These are pen of 3 junior bull calves. First bull in the ring is 4080, Walkaroo Stallone, 4080, born March the 3rd, weighing 1,020 with a 3.20 WDA. Walkaroo Farms is owned by the Barry Jordan families. They're located, you can find them located down here in the yards. They're from Rensselaer, Indiana. They started registering Shorthorn cattle in 1902, 122 years that the family's been in business. The team of bulls being exhibited today are priced and are for sale now, private treaty. And on March the 15th of 2025, Walkaroo will host its 25th annual bull sale and replacement heifer sale, the Gathering 2025. On offer will be 60 Shorthorn bulls and 40 fancy, ready-to-breed heifers. Join them back in the pens after the show for some refreshments. They're inviting you to come back. The second bull in the ring is 4061, Walkaroo Brasco, 4061. Born 2/25 of 24, weighing 1,085 with a 3.33 WDA. Walkaroo Farms is located there in Rensselaer, Indiana, owned by the Barry Jordan families. They've been in business for 122 years. They'll have a sale on March the 15th. The Gathering 2025. But these bulls that you see here today are for sale here in the yards. You can come and visit with Toby about it in the pen. The third bull in their pen of 3 junior bull calves from Walkaroo Farms is 4043, Walkaroo Admiral, 4043. Born 2/16 of 24, weighing in at 1,120 pounds with a 3.34 WDA. Again, Toby invites you to come back to the pen, as these bulls are for sale today. If you see something you like here, come visit with him. They do have a sale on March the 15th, the Gathering 2025. These three bulls and the junior bull calves from Walkaroo Farms have an average birth date of 2/24/24, average weight of 1,075, and an average WDA of 3.29. The Walkaroo pen of 3 bulls, junior bull calves. The next pen in the ring is another pen from Jungle Shorthorn Farm of Catherine, North Dakota. First bull in the ring will be 1M, born January 27 of 24, weighing in at 1,065 with a 3.00 WDA. The Jungles Farm is located in Catherine, South Dakota, and owned by Derek and Brock Jungles. They started in 1953 with the purchase of 1 heifer that was maintained by Derek's dad, Dennis Jungles, and his uncle, Leroy. The Jungle Shorthorn Farm exhibited their first pen of Shorthorn bulls at the National Western and bidding them off post-show. Today they have a sale in Catherine, North Dakota, of which these bulls will be part of on the last Saturday in January. Second bull in the ring for Jungles is 107M, JSF Pale Rider 107M, born March the 3rd, 2024, weight 935 pounds, WDA of 2.93. They also host a sale in December each year, the Durham Nation annual female sale, of which is the largest shorthorn sale in the world, featuring bred heifers, heifer calves, genetic lots, and age-advantaged bulls. The third bull in the ring will be 132M, JSF Glacier, born March the 7th of 24, weighing in at 1,055 with a 3.35 WDA. This is the Jungle's pen of 3 bulls, the second pen on the sheet. The Jungles Farm is owned by Derek and Brock Jungles. Herdsman is Preston Cargo, and he is assisted by Haley Anderson and Cody Helen. They've been in business for 71 years. They host 2 sales a year. Their female sale in December and their bull sale the last Saturday in January, of which these 3 bulls will be part of it, and all the bulls you see here in Denver will be part of that sale on the last Saturday in January. This is the pen of 3 bulls for Jungle Shorthorn Farm from Catherine, North Dakota, excuse me. Their average date of birth is 2.21. There's 2 February 21st of 24. Average weight is 1,018. Average WDA is 3.09. Again, the Jungle's pen of 3 Shorthorn bulls, junior bull calves. Our next pen will come to us from Gilman Shorthorns of Stuart, Iowa. A pen of 3 junior bull calves from Gilman Shorthorns of Stuart, Iowa. First bull in the ring will be 25M. Gilman's High Heights 25M. Born February 7, 24. Weight 1,030 with a 2.99 WDA. The owners of the Gilman Shorthorns is the Gilman family, Carrie and Rochelle Gilman, Ethan and Kathleen Gilman, Will and Lee Reaver. They're located in Stuart, Iowa. They've been in business for 79 years in the Shorthorn business. It's a family farm that's been in existence since the late 1800s. They have a bull sale on February the 22nd at their annual bull sale, and they also have a female with Stutter Family Farms on the second Saturday of October. Second bull in the ring is 18M, Gilman's Commander, 18M. Born February 26, 24, weighing 1,005 pounds with a WDA of 2.91. Gilman Shorthorns have been breeding practical, commercial-minded Shorthorn seed stock for 4 generations. They run a 160 head cow-calf operation right off Interstate 80 in southwest Iowa, consisting of 130 Shorthorn cows and 30 Shorthorn-based commercial cows. In 2023, they were awarded the breeder of 12 performance dams by the American Shorthorn Association, and they currently have bulls being used in 3 different countries. They retain ownership on all their steers and collect carcass data. They have an annual female sale in October and an annual bull sale the last Saturday of February with the Stutter Shorthorns. Gilman Shorthorns believes in using all the tools available, and Gilman Shorthorns genomically test all their bulls and replacement females. And that plus a very strict replacement requirement on female fertility, maintaining a 60-day calving window in order to make the cut. Your third bull in the ring, and he is part of our sale tonight at the Summits National Sale here in Denver. 42M will sell tonight in the Summit Sale. Gilman's General 42M, born February 17, 24, weighing in at 1,125 pounds with a 3.37 WDA. Again, this bull will be part of the Summit Sale this evening, right here behind us in the sale ring. The Gilman Shorthorn family from Stuart, Iowa. They'll be having their bull sale on February 22nd this year. These bulls will be part of that bull sale, so you're getting a preview of what they have. Gilman's Shorthorns pen of 3 junior bull calves. Average age is February 10, 2024. Average weight 1,053 and average WDA of 3.09. Gilman Shorthorns from Stuart, Iowa. Our next pen of 3 junior bull calves comes to us from Brennan Sto Farms of Butler, Ohio. The first bull in the ring is 2M, BF Hustler 2M, born January 19th of 24, weighing in at 1,075 with a 2.96 WDA. Brennan Sto Farms is owned by Gary and Stacy Brennan Sto, located in Danville, Ohio. The pick of these bulls will be offered in a summit sale. You will have the opportunity on more bulls at the Ohio Beef Expo Shorthorn sale where they consign annually. I believe that sale is in March. But you have pick of these bulls tonight in the summit sale. The second bull in the ring for the Brennan Sto Farms pen of 3 junior bull calves is 7M BF Old School 7M ET, born January 23rd of 24, weighing in at 1,110 pounds with a 3.09 WDA. Again, they're selling pick of this pen tonight in the summit sale, and they'll also be offering bulls at the Ohio Beef Expo Shorthorn sale, which I believe is usually the middle of March. This is the Brennan Sto Farms from Butler, Ohio, owned by Gary and Stacy Brennan Sto of Danville, Ohio. Keep in mind, you get the pick of this pen tonight in the summit sale. The third bull in the ring, the third and final bull from the Brennan Sto pen of 3 junior bull calves is 13M. BF Whiteout 13M, born February 25th of 24, weighing 1,040 with a 3.19 WDA. Again, you've got the pick of the pen tonight. This will be the pen of 3 bulls from Brennan Sto Farms in Butler, Ohio. Their average birth date is February 1 of 24. Their average weight is 1,075. Their average WDA is 3.08. And this would conclude the class 6 that we would be bringing back in the other members of the other pens in this class, as there's 5 total animals in this class, 5 total pens in this class for our judge to select the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th place pens. This is the Brennan Sto Farms from Butler, Ohio. And that's the end of our class 6. We would need to bring back in the Jungle Shorthorn Farm pen of 3, the first group that came in the class 6, back in the ring for the judge to evaluate to make his final decisions. Walkaroo Farms from Rensselaer, Indiana, Jungles Farm, Shorthorn Farm with their second group from Catherine, North Dakota, Gilman Shorthorns from Stuart, Iowa, and Brennan Sto Farms from Butler, Ohio. Okay, your first pen that's lining up in here will probably be the fourth pen in the lineup would be Gilman Shorthorns. The three white bulls will become Jungle Shorthorn Farm. Would be on the third pen that came into the ring. The pen that will be on your far right, this closest to the announcer stand, will be your Brennan Sto Farms from Butler, Ohio. And the Walkaroo Farms would be the second pen from the other end. And the first pen on the other end, the farthest to your left, would be Jungle Shorthorn Farm. So reading from left to right, you have Jungle Shorthorn Farm, Walkaroo Farms, Jungles Farms, Gilman Shorthorns, and Brennan Sto Farms. This is your Class 6, Pen 3 of Junior Bull Calves. Well, I've been around this association for over 10 years now, almost 12, and I'm going to say this may be one of the most competitive classes of a pen of 3 that I've ever seen. Let's give these exhibitors a really great round of applause for bringing this many good bulls to Denver. This will take our judge, Jake Scott, a little time to sort through when you have this many good bulls in the ring. We're going to have some of these bulls will be part of our sale this fall, tonight here in Denver, our summit sale. So keep track of things here because you may want to be interested in one of them. And I strongly encourage everyone to go back through the pens when the show's over, meet these folks, visit with them, learn about their operations, and look at their cattle. They spend a lot of money, a lot of time and energy to bring these cattle to town so you can evaluate them and look at them yourself. So take advantage of it. Again, starting from the other end, from reading from your left to right, your first pen is going to be from Jungle Shorthorn Farm. The next pen is from Walkaroo Farms. The next pen from Jungle Shorthorn Farm. Next group is Gilman Shorthorns, and then Brennan Sto Farms from Butler, Ohio.
I realize that we're not to a division, but talking to Monty and his comments were exactly right. This is an awfully competitive class. First and foremost, let's give these exhibitors a good round of applause, the breeders of these good bulls. There is in no shape, way, form, or fashion a last place pen of bulls in here. We got 5 really good, useful pens of 3, but unfortunately, it is my job to sort the bulls out. And as we look across them just in general, I think there's some bulls in here that check a lot of boxes. I think there's some bulls in here that really stick out from a data standpoint. I think there's some bulls in here that stick out maybe strictly from a visual standpoint. And so that kind of is the thought process I've been working through. And as I analyzed all this, did my best to analyze the data, I think there's a set that sticks out for me as a total package set of bulls, in that they're not only a real consistent, uniform, evenly matched pen of bulls, but they're also an extremely thick-butted, muscular, meaty set of bulls that I really, really like the way they read on paper. Not only some of the actual data that I'm given as far as your ribeyes and your IMFs that you did, but also your genetic profiles, your EPD profiles. Congratulations to the folks with the solid red set of bulls. They're going to win your class, and if you folks would pull those out, give them a nice round of applause winning their class here in an awfully tough set. From there, I think it turns into a good old-fashioned judging contest, because as I begin by saying, I think you can pick some bulls that maybe combine some parts and pieces, or you can go to some bulls that are really good on data. You can go to some bulls that really catch your eye. Irregardless of how the paper reads, I thought there's a set of bulls that were just attention-grabbing in terms of the amount of beefiness and stoutness and bone that they had. It's a set of bulls that I thought complemented our class winners as good as any other set that we had to choose from a visual standpoint. I loved their uniformity. I didn't think they really had a weak link in the group. Congratulations to these folks with the roan bulls. Pull those out into second. Give them a nice round of applause. And then the decision doesn't sure get any easier, but as we think about the 3 now that we have to choose from, there is an awfully good set as you study the data on them. Bulls that scanned really well, ribeyes really good, IMFs really good, WDAs really good, and although these bulls maybe aren't as uniform across from one to the other as my first 2 placings are, I think there's some awfully impressive individuals in there, and our youngest set of bulls, we're going to pull them into third. Give them a nice round of applause. And on to the 2 sets of bulls, I think really competitive, but the white bulls are just so uniform in their type and kind. We'll bring them out. And as I said, certainly not a last place set of bulls in here. Got a good growthy set of bulls that we're going to wrap up with that really, really have some highlights on paper as you study the data, and especially the growth numbers on them. Again, an awfully competitive class. Congratulations to each and every one of the breeders behind these bulls. Give them one more real well-deserved round of applause. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Judge. Our class winner is Walkaroo Farms from Rensselaer, Indiana. Your second place pen of 3 bulls is Gilman Shorthorn, Stuart, Iowa. Your third place pen of bulls is Jungle's Shorthorn Farm in Catherine, North Dakota. Fourth place with the white bulls is Jungle Shorthorn Farm in Catherine, North Dakota. And fifth place is Brennan Sto Farms of Butler, Ohio. A wildly good set of bulls for one class of bulls for our Shorthorn breed. You got one more class. One more class. Our class 7 of pen of 3 junior bull calves. We have 2 entries in that group. Our first entry will come from GSKI Shorthorns in Snyder, Colorado. Our first bull in the ring will be 7M. GSKI Michelangelo 7M, born January 27 of 24, weighing 955 pounds with a 2.69 WDA. And we will be selling pick of this pen tonight in our summit sale here in Denver at 5:30. So keep track of these bulls. Our second bull in the ring from GSKI Snyder, Colorado will be 10M. .10M is GSKI Mosaic 10M, born January 30th of 24, weighing 830 pounds with a 2.36 WDA. GSK Shorthorns is owned and operated by Fred and Emily Golumsky in Snyder, Colorado. They're transitioned from a traditional cow-calf operation to a seed stock in February of 2015 with the purchase of their first registered Shorthorn bull. They have always marketed the majority of their steer calves as natural beef directly to a consumer, and now offer a very select few of show heifer prospects. A small number of open and bred heifers are offered private treaty every fall as well. The top 1/3 of their bull calves are left intact and marketed through bull tests. Sales such as the Summit and the private treaty. The Golumsky family strives to create cattle that function well in Colorado plains with minimal supplementation and expects the cows to calve within a 45-day calving window and wean a calf each fall. Despite these conditions, GSKI Shorthorns is home to several performance dams and donor dams. They currently have about 20 registered cows and 10 commercial beef cows, which serve as ET recipients and beef makers. They own exclusive U.S. rights on the Canadian bull Diamond Hendricks and also run an 1872 Sun for the live cover. The GSKI folks invite you to stop by their pen for homemade cookies and view and discuss the bulls, which will be offered in the summit sale tonight. So you're getting to choose pick of this pen tonight from GSKI. Your third bull that just ran in was 6M, GSKI Mozart 6M, born January 26, weight of 825 with a WDA of 232. This pen of 3 bulls from GSKI from Snyder, Colorado has an average birth date of January 27 of 24, average weight of 870 pounds with a 2.46 WDA. This is the pen of 3 junior bull calves, Class 7, GSKI Shorthorns from Snyder, Colorado. You can buy pick of this pen tonight in the summit sale. Pen of 3 bulls from GSKI Shorthorns right here in Colorado. Selling pick of this pen tonight. Our next pen of 3 bulls in Class 7 for junior bull calves comes to us from the Stutter family in Creston, Iowa. The first bull in the ring will be 3M, Stutter's Mastermind 3M. born January 14th of 24, weighing in at 1,065 with a 2.89 WDA. Stutter Shorthorns is operated in the rolling hills of southwest Iowa with a focus on producing genetics that are practical and sustainable across any purebred or commercial platform. In 2016, Stutters were recognized for registering purebred shorthorn cattle for 100 years with the American Shorthorn Association. 5 generations strong, Stutters are honored to be a part of the great family of shorthorn breeders and proud to contribute with their annual family legacy sale in the fall. And don't you think it's time bull sale with the Gilman Shorthorns the last weekend in February. Stop by and visit the Stutter Shorthorn crew in the pen here this year and view these bulls. I'm pretty sure these bulls will be part of that sale that last Saturday in February, which I think is February 22, with the Gilman family. The next bull in the ring, the second bull in the ring for the pen of 3 Stutter Shorthorn family junior bull calves is 7M. Stutter's More Money 7M. Born January 16th of 24, weighing 1,120 pounds with a WDA of 3.06. Again, these bulls are part of their sale at the end of February with the Gilman family. They have a fall sale, a legacy sale where they sell the females, and then do this bull sale in February. Family's been in 5 generations here in the shorthorn business, well over 100 years. This is their pen of 3 junior bull calves. Class 7, Stutter Shorthorn family, the Stutter family. Creston, Iowa. Their third bull and final bull of their pen of 3 is 1M. Stutter's MasterCard, 1M, born January the 5th, weighing in at 1,110 pounds with a 2.94 WDA. Again, these bulls will be featured in their February bull sale on February 22nd, the last Saturday in February, along with the Gilman Shorthorns, who they've gone together and host this bull sale together. This is a 5-generation family from southwest Iowa, Creston, Iowa, with the Stutter family. The Stutter family, Creston, Iowa, pen of 3 shorthorn bulls, junior calves on class 7, average date of birth January 11th, 24, average weight 1,098, average WDA 2.97. Stutter family shorthorns from Creston, Iowa, junior bull calves, pen of 3. Be part of their sale come the last Saturday in February. And that is the last pen of 3 in our class 7, so we'll bring back into 2 pens for our judge to make a final selection for the class. So the GSKI bulls need to come back in the ring, and Stutter family shorthorn bulls would, when they get them caught, would bring them back into the ring for our judge to make his final decisions. Somebody's missing a room key. They're staying at, where's he? I believe it's the Hilton. You're missing a room key. There's not a room number on it either. We just got IHG. Looks like a Hilton room key. You mean got the heat turned on? Okay, as they're bringing the bulls in, this is an IHG hotel, room number 2076. So if your room number is 2076, I got your key. I might come visit you.
Well, in our final class of the day, I believe, a pair of pins here that present some differences, one from another. The younger pin here, I think as you study them on paper there, you really notice you got to like the ribeye per hundredweight figures on those bulls. And those bulls obviously didn't push down on the scales quite as hard here today, but a real set of honestly developed bulls, real genuine in their condition, certainly developed, it looks to me like, with a lot of longevity in mind, and that's always a bonus for the customers. The folks here that had the older pin today, a set of bulls that read a little nicer in terms of their EPD profile for me. And then I think as you visually compare the two, we find a set of bulls that are a little more massive and beefy in their kind, real uniform, and I sure think there's some quality to tie to there. Congratulations to you folks. You'll be our class winners today, followed up with the younger bulls in second. Nice job to you both.
Your class winner today of the Class 7 goes to the Stutter family at Creston, Iowa. And your second place in Class 7 is GSKI from Snyder, Colorado. So congratulations to these two pens and their families. We will now compete for our Junior Bull Calf Division champion. So we will need the winner of Class 6, Walkaroo Farms, and the winner of Class 7, Stutter family, to compete for that championship. And the seconds would be the second place pen of Gilman Shorthorns in Stuart, Iowa, and the second place pen of GSKI for the Class 7. So looking at the pens of 3 out here, to your far left will be the Walkaroo Farms, first place winner of Class 6, then the Stutter family from first place winner of Class 7, and then the Gilman family, second place of Class 6, and GSKI, the second place of Class 7, as our judge makes their selection for our Junior Bull Calf Division champion, pen of 3 bulls.
Well, as we talked about, especially in that larger class that the Red Bulls came out of, that was a real competitive class today. And as we mentioned in there, there's just a lot of different approaches people take to breeding cattle and selecting cattle. And it's really fun to see the diversity of mindsets out here that we have that's represented in these bulls. You know, some bulls, you can tell people put more concentration and emphasis probably strictly on the visual part of it. And they're good looking, good made, real eye appealing, real eye catching bulls. There's been some cattle out here that were real data driven and real performance driven. And they're awfully impressive when you study their paperwork and the information that's given to our bull buyers. And then there's bulls that kind of got, I think, a leg over each side of the fence. And for me, I think what makes most sense in this division is to use a set of bulls that I think not only are good looking, but they're functional, they're thick butted, they're sound structured, and they have a set of data that matches them and I think would be very impressive and very appealing to people in the cattle business. We'll congratulate these folks with the solid Red Bulls, and they'll be your division champion. Good job.
Your champion pen of three bulls, junior bull calf division champion, goes to the Walkaroo Farms of Rensselaer, Indiana. And now your competition will be the second place group from the Class 6 from Gilman Shorthorns competing for your reserve champion with the Stutter family. Your reserve champion, junior bull calf, pen of three, division champion, goes to the Gilman Shorthorns of Stuart, Iowa. Now we're ready for our grand champion, pen of three bulls. It's hot. I'm telling you. So we'll need our spring bull calf champion from Wise Shorthorns in Bethany, Illinois. And we'll need our junior bull calf division champion from Walkaroo Farms in Rensselaer, Indiana. And we need our reserve champion, spring bull calves from Paint Valley Farms in Millersburg, Ohio. And our reserve champion, junior bull calf division champion from Gilman Shorthorns in Stuart, Iowa. Okay, so when they get the bulls all set up and you're looking at them from your left to right, your spring bull calf champion from Wise Shorthorns will be on your far left. The next group, the solid red bulls, will be your junior bull calf champion from Walkaroo Farms. And then the two reserve divisions are down here on this end, closest to the stand. Your first one would be, the one on this end here is actually going to be Paint Valley, who is your spring bull calf champions, and then Gilman's would be your junior bull calf champion, reserve champion. They've got them backwards. You know that? That's all I need.
Well, folks, certainly thank you for the opportunity to be down here with you this morning, and I suppose on to this afternoon now. Really, really nice set of bulls. I'll be honest with you, quite a few more bulls than what I had expected here, and it's good to see not only so many Shorthorn bulls here, but just this much participation at the National Western. And I want you folks to give yourselves an applause, a round of applause for the attendance and the participation here. But as we do so, let's also put our hands together for the National Western Stock Show as they continue to improve this facility and make such a grand place for us to display our cattle. Let's show our appreciation to everybody involved. A really nice lineup of bulls, and it's been challenging for me today. As we've discussed several times now, a lot of different approaches and takes to the cattle. But the set of bulls that I'm going to use here this afternoon is a set of bulls that I've liked since they walked in the ring. I think they're real-world beef bulls, business bulls. I think they look the part, no matter if you're into strictly eye appeal or performance or whatever your cup of tea is. They sure read the part in terms of their data and their performance. Congratulations to these folks right here. Champion, congratulations.
Your grand champion pen of 3 bulls goes to Walkaroo Farms at Rensselaer, Indiana. And now we'll be competing for reserve champion pen of 3 between the Gilman family and the Stutter family. Well, excuse me, I'm wrong. It's the Wise family. Your reserve champion pen of 3 bulls goes to Gilman Shorthorns of Stuart, Iowa. This concludes our Shorthorn pen show. I think it's one of the best we've ever had here. A large number of high-quality bulls and a largest number of bulls we've had in a long time. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you, exhibitors. And we'll see you tonight at 5:30 for the Summit sale, just right behind us in the sale arena, where we'll be selling a number of these bulls and some other interesting lots for everybody to evaluate.